Hello ladies and gentlemen, what's up? It's Papa Bale and welcome to the channel. Alright, so this is basically the shell. The permanent magnet rotor is good. We got the stator on the bottom good. There's no coils on it yet. And actually there's only one bearing in it, but I think it'll work with one bearing. So let's get the components together that we are going to have per coil stack. And this is the thing, I've decided to stack them again with the drive coil on the top and the pickup coil underneath. And then I've decided to put a core in, so they'll not only be linked through proximity, but they'll be linked through the core as well. Yeah, that's a big update. I don't usually use cores because, you know, they don't always work well with what I'm doing. I mean, they should work well, but they just don't. Okay, so moving right along. So in 2 days or so, I've got 3 of these coming. So this double stack of coils, this 9-volt battery, and this breadboard right here. There'll be 3 of them. There'll be 3 of each thing. And it's all got to fit. Three of those. It's got to fit on that right there. That rotor. And you know, I bet that I can find a way to make that happen. And, you know, have it not be too shoddy. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so let's see if we can, like, makeshift this. Okay, so like that would go there. This would go on this side. And this would go here. I'm guessing. Like that, and then you just do it 3 times. I think it's going to get a little crowded, but should fit. And then we got to have room for the pickup coil to be utilized. So I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do that. Maybe a bridge rectifier. Maybe just light stuff up. Straight AC. I'm just looking to see if there's anything that I can do differently. But no, that's basically it. And then you do that times 3. Should be pretty packed on there, but it should function. It all should function pretty well. Now, yeah, if we can find a way to instantaneously utilize the pickup coil's energy, maybe we could run it, you know, have it run itself for a little bit. You know, like a countdown kind of little bit. You know, it'll constantly get slower, but at a slower rate. You know, because it is, let's break it down by weight. That top coil right there is 6.1 ounces. The bottom coil is 5.1 ounces. And I got 2 more coils over here that are 5.1 ounces. And this is just a demo coil underneath here. the end broke off, the starting end broke off, so there's like nothing I could do. So I just use it to demonstrate what's going to happen. See, so you stack it 2 bobbins high, one with pickup coil and the other with the drive coil, and there you have your clearance. And if you don't, we can meander it a little bit for the NPN. Because that's going to be a problem. It's not enough clearance, but I mean, you can lift the coupler up a little bit to, clear that. Whew. I thought that would be enough, but it's just under enough. So I think the distance can be compensated for by just regular distance. Those NPNs stick up quite high, but I think it's all going to work out just fine. And so this is the 16 gauge coil. Okay, and I'm going to have one 16 gauge coil and 2 20 gauge coils. The 20 gauge coils are going to start up, and then the 16 gauge coil is going to kick on because it's going to take a little bit more speed to get that trigger to fire. But once it fires, it'll all work out just fine. And I'm doing it this way because I want to see what will happen. I want to see if it's really going to bog it down like people say it will, just for being a different gauge. I don't think that's going to happen at all. I think it's going to speed up. One of the gauges is going to reach its potential faster than it would have without the other gauge. Is what's going to happen. That's my prediction. Anyway. I know that this third gear is going to fire after the first 2 fire because the trigger is half the length. Therefore, it's going to generate half the voltage because it's the same gauge trigger in all the coils. Yeah, that's going to be sweet. And then hook it all together 3 times. Glue it all down. Yeah, I know, I'll glue it all down. I think I'm going to use welding rods. Welding rods seem like the easiest way to fill that hole. And granted, it's going to be 3 of these. 3 holes that size that I got to fill, so yeah, it's going to be pretty cool, I think. Then we got to do our testing, because I've never really worked with cores before. I mean, I have, but not to a great success. But I'm really excited to use cores with this setup because you got the proximity. So when the drive coil hits, it'll trigger. Not trigger, but it'll conduct the trigger, the pickup coil. What was I getting at? The core. That's right. The core is going to be basically connecting these 2 through contact, which is going to be awesome. That magnetic flux is going to penetrate the pickup coil so much better. At least that's what I think is going to happen. We'll have to wait and see, we got to do those tests. But thank you very much. Peace out. Have a wonderful night. Bye now.